I am so excited to share with you guys that I started the Professional Dancers Graduate Teaching Diploma this week. With 2 a.m., 3 a.m. induction days, I also was battling a cold, which wasn't the best timing, but honestly, there's things in life that you can't control. Anyways, it's been a really enlightening first few weeks and days, and I can't wait to share more of my student journey with you guys as this program continues. It's also been snowing so much at home. We were finally at the last stage of our rock tumbler, and I've been sharing with you guys the journey of this rock tumbler, and like I said, this is the final stage, so I'll post a more in-depth video about our rock hounding and tumbling. But overall, this has been such a fun and easy hobby to do, so I will definitely share more about our rock hounding and our rock tumbling experiences.
What's left of my favorite one?
I honestly kind of got used to the routine of wake up first thing in the morning when it's dark, and then by the time my schooling and my studies were done, it was bright and sunny. But since I've been sick, I've been opting for a more gentle way to move my body rather than doing spin classes. So I've been going for walks. It's also been a good excuse for a study break to get outside and get some fresh air. And like I said, I've been looking for a more gentle way to move my body, and a walk has been perfect. Honestly, it wasn't gentle today. For example, the snow was up to my hips. I was literally fighting against the snow just to get up the hill. But anyways, as I get older, I grow to love and find things about winter that makes me happy. One of the things I love about winter is the snow being so sparkly. That being said, when I got back home, I did do a little bit of a ballet class because it has been so long since I've done ballet, and by so long, I mean at least a week. Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. And today's vlog, I just finished my first few days at school. I've been up every single morning since like 2 a.m. and today was the first day I got to sleep in a little bit, and it's just been a whirlwind and it's been very overwhelming. I haven't been to school in years. It's been at least a decade, so going back and especially doing a program that's like a level 6 for UK post-secondary, which I think is equivalent to either university or college level in Canada, is definitely a shock, but it's been really good and really fun so far. And that being said, this morning I went on a walk, got some fresh air. I've been battling a cold as well, and it's like mostly better now, but I'm going to go study. I just had lunch after having a ballet class, and like I said, I'm gonna go study. I'm gonna go do my project. And one thing that I was not prepared for was the workload of like school, because I read a lot and I've been kind of mentally preparing my eyes to be reading a lot, but it's a different kind of reading than reading fiction, because you're reading studies, you're reading articles, you're reading literature that pertains to your course versus like fairies and dragons. So it's definitely been a shock, and I think the biggest shock has to be doing like the formatting for school. Like I have to do MLA formatting, which is something that I haven't done in over 11 years. So I'm gonna go study that now. I booked my plane tickets for the summer. I'm going to the UK in the summer and I'm so excited. Steve and I booked our tickets last night and my mom as well. But that's pretty much it that's new with me. I've been super busy lately and I haven't been vlogging as much, but I wanna get back on that now that things have started to kind of settle down. They haven't settled down, but at least my schedule, like, it makes sense to me. I've, pushed through the first few days of my program and I can kind of understand now what it's going to look like throughout the year, and I can foresee what's going to happen in the next few weeks, the next few months, which is great. And I'm just overall really excited. So basically, I'm starting the professional dancers graduate teaching diploma with the Royal Academy of Dance, and I can't wait to share everything with you guys that I can. And basically, my whole life is going to revolve around school, work, and that's pretty much it now. But it'll be really fun. I'm so excited. So one of the things that I had to do this week was, like I mentioned earlier, be up at like 2 in the morning. So I didn't really vlog much of that. Like, I videoed a bit of it just because it's definitely not a common thing that I usually do. But this is my setup for my school. It's not the most, it's very chaotic, to say the least. So I'm gonna work on getting this a little bit more organized today as well, make sure that I can study well and set myself up for success. You're trying to get in the vlog? Hello. You're so cute. You want mommy to do some Pilates with you? Okay. I'm going to do this 30-minute morning Pilates because I'm still coming out of the cold that I had the last few days. So I'm gonna take it easy. I haven't worked out in over a week, so baby steps. I've also got this yoga towel that I'm going to use because I find this yoga mat is quite slippery. It's got this like suede material on it and it tends to be slippery unless I'm sweating, which I think it's supposed to be like sweat proof and slip proof when you're sweaty, but it's not very slip proof when I'm not sweaty. I'm not usually that sweaty in the beginning of the Pilates. In the beginning, I always have to do like a down dog in the beginning of class, so that was a lot of beginnings. But anyways, I'm gonna use this towel. That was a really good 30-minute morning Pilates class. I really enjoyed that. That was like perfect for what I needed today because I haven't worked out in over a week now. It's been about a week. The last time I did a class was, I guess, this time last week. I did a spin class on the Thursday and then I came home really not feeling well. And that's when I had my cold, and I'm definitely feeling like 99% better. So this was the perfect way to come back into my regular routine. And I've been really good at my routine where I do like Pilates every other day with a flip of spin classes, and I haven't done a spin class in a week, and that's fine. But I'm gonna go shower and then make lunch because it is currently 12 o'clock. So the final product of our rocks looks so good. I wanted to show you guys a couple of my favorite ones. I know it's kind of dim and dark to see in the light right now because it's super dark out right now, but this one's really pretty. They're all just really gorgeous. Like the amethyst are definitely some of my favorite, and the sodalite, I'll bring it closer the light so you can see, but they turned out really good with the mineral oil on them as well. And one of the things tonight while Steve is at the gym that I'm gonna do is pick out some rocks to go in the next round of rocks to be tumbled. We're gonna go back. Okay. Wait for me. Come on. Oh. Come on, Snow Dog. This is crazy. friends. It's been a while since we've sat on the floor, done makeup, and chit-chatted a little, and the last time that I was vlogging was a few days ago. I didn't vlog yesterday, partially because I just had a lot going on school-wise, and also because I just needed a day of rest because I wasn't quite over my cold and my sickness, but today I feel 100% better, so that's really good because today is my last day before I go back to my regular schedule now that like my school schedule isn't all over the place and I'm not having to be in lectures at a certain time and I'm not, you know, having a weird schedule at 2 in the morning anymore. I'm going back to my work schedule. So I thought I would sit down here, do some makeup, and unbox a few things. I also want to tell you guys about the process of the rock hounding and the, what's it called, rock tumbling that I've been doing. In the last few clips, I showed you guys that we've been tumbling our rocks. And if you've been following me for the last little while, I've been also keeping you guys updated with that. And every single section or like step does something different. So I think the first step was literally just like grinding them down and using some kind of, not like sanding material, but I guess it's like a grinding material. I don't know what to call it. I'll put it somewhere around here. But you put your rocks in the tumbler, fill it with water with the first step, and that lasts for like 3 to 5 days. We did it too long because the first step is the most abrasive, and the first step, I believe, is the one that actually like grinds them down to be like rounded rocks versus the chunks that you saw them in the very, 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 very beginning of the process. So I definitely would recommend doing the lesser of the times if you're going to do rock tumbling, and if you have smaller rocks. If you have bigger rocks, maybe that's fine. But we had smaller rocks, so it just ended up, you know, really cutting down our small rocks to little tiny little pebbles. So then the second step is just grinding them down more. The third step, I want to say, is towards polishing, and the fourth step is the actual polishing. So they look really good right now, especially compared to what they used to look like. They used to look still gorgeous and beautiful, but now they always have that shine to them. They always look wet. They always look sparkly and shiny, and it's really fun. So I want to do something creative with them. I want to like make them into jewelry or something fun. So let me know if I should get into that as well, like maybe jewelry making with some of the rocks. And some of my favorites are the sodalites for sure. I also love the amethysts. They're really, really pretty. I just think they're so colorful and gorgeous, and I love rocks, if you haven't noticed. So other than that though, this week has been very chill, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of inner work, a lot of school work, but a lot of mental work because I've had this cold and I've tried to not push myself. So the only exercise I did this week was that Pilates class that you guys saw me do earlier, and the ballet class a little bit. I just really had to move. And also I did not do makeup like once this week aside from that time before I went into classes. So it was nice to sit down with you guys right now, or it is nice to sit down and chit chat, do a little bit of makeup and something fun. It's snowing so much today as well. It's actually a snow day for schools as well as my dance studio. So I did not go in. It is snowing like crazy. Here we go. And you're probably wondering, Jasmine, why are you putting makeup on? Why are you putting makeup on despite the fact that you're not going to work? You're staying at home. You know why I'm putting on makeup, friends? Because I haven't put myself together in the whole week and I feel really confident, really good. And I want to get my life together. And I know, yes, it's like 3 o'clock. So do I have that much time to do that much stuff? No, not really. But we're going to maybe film some videos. Let's do that. Maybe I can edit the vlog, maybe I can do my homework, but honestly, just putting a little bit of makeup, like not a lot, just a little bit, just makes me feel really put together. And I know that's a psychological thing. Let me know in the comments if you also feel that. Like I said that already in this vlog, or at least the last one. So Valentine's Day is also coming up. By the time this vlog goes out, I think Valentine's Day just passed, but I'm looking forward to that. But funny story, actually, the reason I went out on a walk today, despite the fact that it's literally a blizzard and the sidewalks weren't even plowed, like I'll have to insert some clips here. Poor Elsa swimming in the snow. But the only reason I went out today was because I had to make an Amazon return because, funny story. So basically, I ordered this air fryer because I was like, oh, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm going to get something practical for Valentine's Day for me and Steve. I'm going to get an air fryer. I got him like some socks and a candle and some funny other things too. And I'm going to get desserts as well for the actual day. Then he texts me a few weeks ago and he goes, hey, guess what? I just got ourselves a new air fryer. And I was like, really? So I returned that air fryer because we don't need two, nor do we have the space for two, and it doesn't fit in the current space, plus the one that we got is not the quality that we wanted because we wanted a different kind of quality one. So I just didn't do my research, my due diligence, and we returned that. So I still have to get something for Steve for Valentine's Day. I have no idea what to get him. So I know this vlog is going out after Valentine's Day, because I'm only posting once a week now. But let me know if you guys have any ideas for guys for presents, because it's really hard to shop for. Like, he's really hard to shop for because he's into so many hobbies and so many things, but he already has everything for his hobbies. Like, he already has like his winter stuff. He already has his fishing stuff. Like, I don't know what to get him. I guess he started going to the gym, so that's one thing. Brainstorming on that. But other than that, life's been pretty chill. Like I said, I wanted to unbox a couple of things, and one of the things that I got in the mail recently was this Lancome Flutter Extension Mascara. So let's try it out. The packaging is really like pretty as well, and the packaging that this actually came in was also really pretty. There we go. Doing a good job of like separating the lashes, which I love. Something fun we're doing this weekend as well is we're going to go see Anne of Green Gables. We're going to see it, the musical. We're going to see the musical, and it's going to be so much fun. And we're meeting Steve's brother and his wife, like Steve's brother's wife, not Steve's wife. I have to correct myself every time I say it because I was telling one person that I was like, oh, I'm going to go out with Steve's brother and his wife. And the person was like, wait, Steve has a wife? And I was like, no, Steve's brother's wife. But anyways, we're going out to Anne of Green Gables to see the musical, and that'll be really fun tomorrow. And it's been a pretty chill time. I don't really have much to report to you guys, but maybe that's a good thing. Honestly, upon reflection, I'm someone who I feel like I need to be accomplishing a lot, especially when I start something. Like, I have an idea of how I want things to go when I take up something new. For example, my schooling. I had an idea. I was like, I'm going to get up super early. I'm going to work out every single day, set myself up for success, set my routines. I'm going to make sure my space is clean. I'm going to make sure I take Elsa on a walk during my lunch break so I get some fresh air, so I'm not just looking at screens all day. I'm going to be reading my books. But life has this funny way of not letting all those things happen and throwing things in your way. For example, the weather, going out all the time, it wasn't always feasible because it was like -21. That being said, I managed to go out almost every day this week because it wasn't terrible. Another thing that got in my way was being sick. I couldn't get up in the morning, go exercise. I couldn't do Pilates in my mornings. I couldn't do a ballet class until later in the week. I couldn't do spin. Another thing that got in the way was my office. For reasons I won't get into today, I had to move my office to the dining room, and that was definitely a challenge because I didn't feel as focused in there. And finally, one last thing that got in my way, I guess, of this week being successful is myself. I got really down on myself because I was like, oh, this isn't happening the way I want it. I wanted this to be a certain way and blah, blah, blah. But if I've learned anything in this first week of my schooling, it has been that A, you have to be flexible in life, but also as a dance teacher, but in life. And B, not everything that happens that's a bad thing is just solely a bad thing. Yes, sometimes it is. But when something happens, like getting sick, that's not an obstacle that I can't get over, right? I rest and I recuperate. I listen to my body so that I can be okay in the next week when I go back. You know, not having my office available is not the end of the world. I can reorganize myself in a different room. Sure, I'm not as focused as I would be if I was in my office in a designated spot where I can, work on my studies and read and not be interrupted by our pets running in and out and people at our door, and also not being focused because it's in our dining room, which just doesn't feel conducive to working. But that's okay. These things get thrown at us in life, and best thing you can do is learn to persevere and learn to work with them rather than give up and work against them. So I don't know if any of that made sense, but I'm just rambling now. That being said, I'm going to close out the vlog here, and let me know if you want a more detailed video. I think I'm going to do one anyways on the rock hounding, on all that, and I will catch you guys later. It's been really relaxing this week, really fun, really inspiring, and I will catch you guys in the next vlog. Let me know what you want to see next. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, happy dancing, and until next time, bye now.